We're cooking with Rovali's, and I want to introduce you to Chef Ro and also Alex Montañez, who are kind enough to drive up here early in the morning from Ogden, Utah. They have such incredible food. You really do.
Thank you very much.
You way impressed Dane and myself last time between the food, and they have this incredible bakery as well. And they just made this giant cake for us. I don't know if it was the cake or the combination of the food and the cake that made us all so happy, but
all of the above.
We were happy. So Rovali's today, what are we going to be making, Chef Ro?
We will be making a tomato basil with the wine and garlic. Is called plum tomatoes with the sauce and fresh basil.
Wonderful. So tomato basil going on to
Yes.
the angel hair pasta?
Yes.
Yeah,
Good.
that particular dish is called our lumarzo, and this dish that Chef Ro is making today is my personal favorite.
Awesome. Okay, so Chef Ro, you start cooking up. While you're doing that, Alex, tell us about your restaurant.
Okay. Well, we're located at 174 25th Street in Ogden, Utah. And we've been in that current location on historic 25th Street for about a year and a half now. And it's been a really good location for us. It's a kind of an art and eclectic type of an area, and lots of fun. And we just have everything at Rovali's. I mean, we have an excellent wine list. We've got a cappuccino bar that we can make practically everything. I mean, we serve up free leaf teas.
So you've got a couple of things that the Italians would say, good on you, right?
Exactly.
Because you've got the wine and you've got the cappuccino.
Yep.
Both of which they have to have with their meals.
And we get our coffee beans from Salt Lake Roasting Company, so
Nice.
you know it's going to be good.
Good.
And we actually have our own Rovali's blend coffee. So John, the owner of Salt Lake Roasting Company, made a special blend just for us. So we have excellent coffees.
And you also are very, you're family oriented. You got the whole family working at the restaurant, which is always so fun. Sometimes I guess they can totally fall apart, but you guys seem to make the whole family thing work.
Yeah, and it's been really good. And we got the warnings too, like, oh, don't do anything with your family because
everybody says it,
yeah,
right?
it's going to be it's going to be a battle. But no, we've done very well. We're just celebrating our 6th anniversary.
Oh, nice.
So that tells you something good. And Chef Ro, who's my son-in-law, I'm very, very proud of him. He's probably the hardest working guy in show business. Anyway, so yeah, we're here together. So that tells you something right there.
And it smells fantastic. Can you guys smell it out there behind the cameras? You start to see everybody kind of wake up a little bit more. So what do we have in here so far?
We have our pesto with wine, hint of garlic. We also have to add the plum tomatoes. While this is cooking, I will add the pasta into it.
Perfect.
And I just have to toss it a little bit. And mushrooms.
Makes it sound so easy, right? But let's move this napkin so that we can get some good shots. There we go. Of the food. But you said this is one of your favorite dishes.
Yes, this is my favorite dish.
It's your favorite.
The lumarzo. When customers come in and I get a chance to welcome them, I'm there to say, make recommendations, and this is the first one that I always do because it's got such a unique flavor, and everybody loves angel hair.
Yeah. What do you say to people that are like, there's no good Italian restaurants in Utah. Where do you find an Italian restaurant in Utah? What do you say to them, Alex?
I say, well, you haven't been to Rovali's yet.
There you go. You've got to check it out. And in all places in Ogden, Utah, you get a lot of people from either that area, but you drive up there. We were talking to Snow Basin earlier, and they said, hey, come our way, because the inversion definitely isn't as bad up here at Snow Basin or some of the areas. If you can kind of get out of that valley just a little bit, you're going to get out of some of that gunk and some of that inversion. So it's a good day to take a little drive up.
And yeah, and I agree with you. In your earlier segment, you talked about coming over, the mountains here, and then it's clear and it's beautiful. Yeah. And it's the same way up at Snow Basin as well.
Yeah, isn't it nice?
Very, very beautiful up there.
And Ogden's really kicking things off with their historic 25th. There's been a whole lot of push. Give them kind of a background on historic 25th, though, for somebody that's like, what is that?
Absolutely. Well, Historic 25th Street is an organization that all of the merchants and business owners down in that location have banded together to be able to bring bigger events such as Worldwide on 25. We have the Dew Tour that comes down there. So a lot of huge events. Most of them are free, and so we do a lot of big things down there to bring people down, and it's a festival kind of atmosphere. It's really, really nice. And the street is old, kind of like your main street here. We've got some old buildings, over 100 years old, and so it's a really neat place to come and look and walk around. And we have some really cool shops too. Very, very nice, eclectic type of shops and so forth.
Check out a different area that you maybe haven't been to yet. You added the mushrooms and the tomatoes.
Yes, and once we'll wait a little bit until the mushroom gets a little bit soft.
Okay.
You don't want it well done because then it just gets all the purpose out of the dish.
Right.
It needs to be fresh.
Okay.
Also, we got a choice of whole wheat pasta. People wants to add chicken.
Good.
We also carry that. And that's one dish you don't have to feel guilty.
Do you know what?
So-
This is the season where you just can't feel guilty about anything. You know, maybe like January 1st, you can kind of be like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. But up until that day, not sorry. But you know what? Choose the wheat pasta instead. And, you know, maybe that'll take some of the guilt away if you're worried about it, right? But you do have some lighter dishes as well if you are trying to watch your weight, if you're wanting something not so heavy. But honestly, though, their pasta is so good that you just have to. You've got to try it. How can you go to an Italian restaurant not and have the pasta, right?
That's right.
We do have some healthy dishes. I mean, once you get there, the server, they'll come talk to me and say, there was a customer request. Is any healthy dishes you got on the menu? We do. We carry extra virgin olive oil.
Good.
All dishes, everything from scratch, not through a lot of process or anything like that.
Yeah, no prepackaged stuff.
Yeah. I don't want to say it that way, but.
Oh, that's okay.
No, you can say it.
Yeah, but the other thing, the other cool thing is that we do have a lot of customers that say, you know, because we can mix and match. If they want this or they want that, we can, you know, Chef Ro's more than happy to oblige. And we do get some interesting combinations of things.
And do you know what, though? They're a family business, so they're really there trying to make it the best experience for you, and they want to show off their name as to why when people say there's no good Italian restaurants in Utah, you got to check out Rovali. So you know what? We're going to let this cook up, and then we'll plate it all up, and we'll be coming back. We're going to make another dish as well. What are we going to be making?
It is our fried ravioli salad.
Yummy.
And it's a really excellent salad.
There
People
you go.
love it.
You get the pasta and you get the healthy greens. Oh, you guys just like perfectly made everybody happy, right?
Yeah, and this is Ro's. You know, Ro came up with this, and I was a little skeptical until he put it on a fried ravioli with a salad. Wasn't too sure about that, but it turned out really,
Fried ravioli
good.
with a salad. All right, well, I'm intrigued. So we'll be right back here with more cooking from Rovali's coming up after this.